Oh,
Okay, I'm just gonna start. So,
okay.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. Qala rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. So, welcome to another episode of Guided Serenity Podcast. Today, we are diving into a topic that speaks to the heart of partnership and resilience. And the topic we're going to be talking on today is the husband's role in the TTC journey, supporting emotionally and physically with our special guest, Aminat Sheriff. Welcome,
Thank
Aminat.
you.
Good
Thank
to
you
have you
very
here.
much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa barakatuh. So this episode is a heartfelt conversation for every couple navigating the TTC journey together. And Amina brings a wealth of wisdom. I want to assure you of that today. Compassion and practical insight to this often overlooked aspect of the TTC experience. Because so far for me, it feels like, when you're waiting to conceive, it feels like it feels the same way for me, the way the world overlooks a divorced woman as well. I feel like a lot of attention is not, paid to this set of people, rather people hurry them up. People are not compassionate enough. People ask insensitive questions all the times. Sometimes, or let me say most times, from in-laws, they get, lashed out at. They sometimes even their husbands ends up cheating on them. That's why I said I feel it's overlooked. So today we are highlighting how husbands can help, step up as pillars of support. So on today's episode, I know you're all wondering, what are we going to learn? For me, I like to share the snippets of what to expect. So today we're going to be navigating how husbands can be a rock of emotional strength during tough times for their spouses, practical ways to share the physical and mental load. The transformative power of empathy, patience, and open communication, and also the real life stories and actionable advice to strengthen your relationship. And as you all know, at Guided Serenity, we are all about empowering families and fostering connections, and also, most especially, women, because we are the bedrocks of a family, of a home. And this episode is packed with love, with inspiration and tools couples need to thrive, even in challenging moments. So, are you ready to uncover the keys to navigating this journey with strength and unity? Let's
Yeah.
dive in. All right. So before we start with our questions, I just want to remind you once again to stay tuned and don't forget to share this episode with someone who needs this uplifting messages you're about to listen to from Sister Amina. So, Sister Amina, if you do not mind, can you share a bit about yourself and what really inspired you to focus on this, on the topic of the TTC support?
Okay, thank you very much. Um, I'm Aminat Sheriff. I was a lecturer and now I'm a communication officer. I got married in 2013, and in fact, since that moment, I've started trying to conceive. Not that I got married because I wanted to have children, no, but because I had my plans. I love academics. I love to study to get all the certificates I could get in my
Oh,
life. So,
interesting.
and of course, my spouse too is someone that is very, very futuristic,
Hmm.
ambitious, and all. So we had our plans. Okay, let's start making our babies by this year. When we are done, you can do this while I will be at home.
Hmm.
When you finish doing this, I will also you will be at home, so I can also pursue this and that. You understand? I
Yeah.
could even remember that a few months to our wedding, I had to visit where my husband rented our apartment. I have to go and look at the vicinity, the environment, to look at nursery schools there. So that's when we
Wow.
give birth, where we are going to be putting our kids. And so, the plans were all there. So we got married 2013. I was in my second semester 400 level in school. I was not bothered because I already built my CGPA to a level that I know my
Wow.
marriage would not affect my CGPA. I already planned it that
MashaAllah.
way. And yes, Allah puts his barakah. My CGPA was not affected, but we're trying to
Alhamdulillah.
conceive. Then 6 months down the line, nothing happened. 1 year, nothing happened. Then we started the medical journey. It's I don't even want to go there for now.
Mm.
So since then, 1 year to 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and we are still there,
Wow.
doing
10
everything.
years.
Yeah,
Wow.
doing everything that is
Mm.
everything human beings should do, medically, spiritually, and even traditionally. I'm talking about herbs now,
Yeah.
so, and nothing happened. But like I said in my introduction video on my Instagram page and my
Yeah.
YouTube channel, that me and my husband, we have been able to navigate life as
Mm.
it should be. Yeah, we
Alhamdulillah.
have never allowed this condition to stop all other plans. I told you we had plans. So
Yes.
we try to replace TTC.
Mm.
We try to replace having kids with TTC. So
Mm.
we amended our plans, and so far so good. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Alhamdulillah.
Everything we have been pushing for, everything we have been chasing, Allah has been granting us everything, except this one. But we are
Mm.
living to enjoy what Allah has done in our life rather
Alhamdulillah.
than focusing on
Mm.
what He has
He has
not
not
done.
done.
So
Wow.
that was what actually motivated me to
Mm.
start that is it a kind of YouTube channel or
Yeah.
Instagram
The
page?
support platform.
Just, yeah, the
You
support
know.
platform to create a safe space for other TTC moms
Mm.
so that they can learn to
Mm.
live their life beyond trying to be a mother, or for the men, beyond trying to be a father. Just do every other thing you can do. And when
Yeah.
the children comes, you will not have any regrets that had I known, I would have been doing this and been doing this and
Mm.
been doing this before now.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what motivated me, because when you go online to search about TTC, you only see foreigners,
Mm.
non-Nigerians talking about it. You
Mm.
understand? Even
Mm.
if you see Nigerians talking about it, trust me, they are not in Nigeria. Why? Because we are too judgmental.
Mm.
And nobody
Wow.
wants to come out. Nobody wants to come out and say, oh, I'm a TTC mom and I'm happy. People will see you as being insane. How can you be married for so many years, you don't have children, and you are happy? Why are you happy?
Mm.
And the
Wow.
question is, why should I not be
Be
happy?
happy.
Like,
Exactly.
why?
Because you can't
So,
make babies. Only Allah gives babies, right? So I
exactly.
don't think any human being should be judged for that.
Uh, So,
Mm.
so that's the motivation
Wow.
behind my pages, to make sure that I create a safe space. I encourage TTC couples
Mm.
to just live life.
Yeah.
They should do
Yeah.
their part, but they should surrender to
Wow.
God.
That's deep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Surrender. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that with
yeah,
us. Yeah. So from your experience, why do you think the husband's role in the journey is often under discussed? Because in most cases, even in our movies, and for me, I always say for a writer to sit down and put a story together, there must be a little truth to it. There must be something. But let's leave stories aside. We all know, maybe some of us have had cousins who had to deal with, in-laws while waiting to conceive, friends, neighbors, and we see how all tongue lashing, all everything goes to the woman. Nobody, people hardly talk to the men rather they encourage them to try to, go to another woman outside to try their luck, as if this other woman they're going to is also, I don't know. I don't even want to say the word that is in my head right now, but why do you think that the husband's role in this journey is often under discussed?
Yeah, I think first thing is that people lack the knowledge, the understanding, the motivations behind marriage. Especially in Africa, we lack that understanding of what marriage should be. We do not understand the fundamental of a marriage. We just believe that marriage is an automatic avenue to procreate, and procreation is only the reward and the outcome of a good marriage. We try to overlook every other aspect, every other benefit. We try to overlook partnership.
Wow.
In marriage. And when there is no partnership in marriage, there is nothing, there is no marriage. Now, even I will agree with what you said, that the focus, the blame, the judgments, everything is always on the woman. And people will try to pamper the men and all, but that is not the case. Let's forget the fact that maybe a man is the man that is at fault, that has medical issue. Let's even forget that. Let's even say it's the woman. Did you marry her just to give you children? When you were asking her out, were you only particular about her fertility status? What about the love you profess to yourself? What about the future you plan together and all? Why is it that the absence of one thing would now make you forget every other thing, to jeopardize every other beautiful things you have shared or you could have shared together?
Wow.
We live in a society where we live in men's world, or how do they say this
Live in a
patriarchy?
man's world.
Yes, yeah. So people
Wow.
believe that women should be at the receiving end. They should be the one to suffer for everything and to make everything work. And if it can't work, they should be the only one to suffer for it. So there are even some couples that the husband will never go to the hospital to check himself, because to him, having a baby just have to do with sleeping with a woman, giving her whatever you want to pour inside her, and let that thing turn to a child. But it's scientifically and even Islamically, it is beyond that. You understand? So some men don't even go for checkup. And if they go for checkup, they know that the wife is the issue. Instead of partnering together, working together to look for a solution, they just remove themselves from the problem. And leave the wife there to go and sort it out. So I think the major problem is that sense of not taking responsibility. Yeah, trying to dodge responsibility, not want to be accountable for anything. That is one of the reasons. And any man that cheats because his wife is trying to conceive, I'm telling you for a fact, even if the wife give birth to 10 children, he is still going to cheat.
Wow.
Yes, he was still going to cheat. So
I agree with that.
TTC is not an excuse for any man to cheat.
But would you agree that sometimes it's due to pressure from parents?
Is it the only one facing the pressure? Would the wife also go and cheat because she's facing pressure?
Wow.
Why would a woman be able to control herself to safeguard her chastity even under pressure, and a man cannot do the same?
Yeah.
What
But
are we talking about?
unfortunately, they always say men are like
So
that
it's a
in nature.
choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
Mhm.
We have seen a lot of older couples that's without any child, and they are still together. No
Yeah.
cheating, no second wife. Not, I'm not going against the second wife or anything, because even those that have 5 children, 10 children, their husband still marry another woman.
Yes.
You understand? So the
Mhm.
husband still married another woman, and when the second wife give birth to maybe 5 children, they will still go and marry third wife. So it's not an excuse. It's
Yeah.
not an excuse.
It's
I
not.
don't see it as an excuse. If you want to get another wife, be open-minded with it, get it, but never use a condition as
Hmm.
your reason, because it doesn't make any sense. What is the
Yeah.
assurance that if you get married to another wife, she will not face the same condition?
Hmm. That's
So,
true.
so it's not an excuse. It's just the way our society is structured. So
Yeah.
as a woman, you have to be strong. You have to know what you want for yourself. You have to make yourself the most important person in this life.
Wow, interesting.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have
I
to.
agree.
It's not just by saying it, but by
Yes.
practicing it. You are
Mm,
responsible for your own happiness.
I agree.
Any other sources of happiness, they are just secondary. You are
Wow.
the primary source of the happiness.
Hmm.
So that's it.
I believe the audience can hear this because in most cases when we are faced with trials, for me, what I might be wrong, but what I've discovered is when we are faced with trials, the real you comes out.
Yeah.
Who you really are reflects, like people around you can tell that this is who this person really is, right? So
Yeah.
if a woman, I think, should I say in general, I think women are blessed with patience. I think some women are, let me not say women in general. Let me
Yeah.
just say
Maybe
some
some
women.
women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some women are blessed with patience, while
Yeah.
some aren't, because sometimes when you see women, the moment they get married and they can't give birth, as soon as they had planned, they become something else. They neglect themselves. They don't really thrive well anymore, which sometimes pushes the husband to the extreme, and sometimes gets them really upset as well. Like the opposite of what you've just said happens in this case this time around. The man is the one that goes, I didn't marry you just for procreation only. I
Yeah.
married you because I love you. I want to be
That's
with
true.
you. Let's, have fun before we start having kids. And even if we don't have kids, we can always adopt. But
Adopt.
I observe that some women see that as a big insult on their person. And they also feel like the man doesn't care enough for him to even go as far as suggesting that. So, what I'm trying to say in essence is a lot of people believe that it is only when you have that, attachment from the womb to that child, that
Yeah.
connection, that you can easily say, oh, yeah, this is my child. I
My
have
child.
given birth. But from history, we've seen people who didn't have their own kids. They didn't have kids of their own, but they had children. They were surrounded by so many kids, and they raised beautiful generation. So yeah, I agree with you. A, a woman who is going through this journey, either a man also, you have to take care of yourself. You have to put yourself first. Put yourself as your number one priority. Because if you do not prioritize yourself, I don't think the journey is going to be easy on you, you
It's
know.
it's not. It's not. And I didn't want people to assume maybe how will I put it? Let me just say, I wanted to start this thing,
Mm,
this moment with Aminat like 3 years ago.
mm,
But let me say, I didn't have enough confidence to come out like that then,
wow. Mm,
especially when I was still actively actively taking treatments. You understand?
Yeah.
I've not exhausted all our options then.
Mm.
So I was just like, okay, let me slow down, let me slow down. But now I just felt somebody called me one day and she thought because I was posting on Instagram, laughing, going from one vacation to another, I was not serious with the TTC journey. You
Wow.
understand? And she was like, during her home, she was not even able to do anything to even come out at all for years. So that was when I now thought, okay, if I come out, if I do not come out, people will still talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do
Let's
I
do
even
your
want to
thing.
do this thing?
Mm.
And that was when I realized that it's even better for me to do it now
Hmm.
that I'm in that situation. People will
Hmm.
not say, oh, it's easier said than
Done,
done.
done.
You already
Hmm.
have your own. Why wouldn't you advise
True.
women to live life while they are still trying? But
Hmm.
now that you know that we are in it together, I will tell you what I've been doing. And you can't tell me that it's easier said than done
Done,
because you can
done.
see that
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So
Hmm.
that was when I was just like, no, I don't need anybody's validation. If you don't like what I'm doing, block me. Don't follow my page.
I
Yes.
love that.
Yeah. Don't come to my DM to
Oh
give
my
me
God. You don't have
unsolicited
to be a
advice
follower,
or
you know.
you don't have to be a follower. Just famous.
Wow,
It's,
yeah.
it's okay. So
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And I believe this would be uplifting for those who are, it
yeah,
doesn't
you
mean they
see,
have to go on social media, but
no
sometimes facing their own demon, facing the people who are making life miserable for them to say, you know what? I am different from my
problem.
child. When
Yeah,
it's time, Allah will give it to me. Right
yeah.
now, Allah wants me to make better use of my time. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
taking that bold
Fulfill
step to come
those
out there.
purposes. Get that
Yes.
fulfillment.
Yeah. I like that. Thank you so much. This now brings me to our next question, which is on the emotional support side of the TTC journey. So, what are some ways that you want to share that husband can provide, emotional strength to their wives during the journey?
Okay, I think first thing is that husbands should understand that women are different from men.
Hmm.
I know that the society expects men to be strong, you're a man, be strong. No, that's not that kind. I'm not an advocate of you're a man, don't cry, you're a man, don't
Hmm.
show your vulnerability. No, if you are vulnerable, show your vulnerability. If you are emotional, show your emotions. You understand?
Hmm.
But realistically, in some situations, women are more sensitive than men.
Yeah.
So in my own case, I would say my husband, he knows when my period will come
Hmm.
and he
Hmm.
knows what I can be when it comes.
Hmm.
So during
Wow.
that period,
Hmm.
even if even if I ask for something unreasonable, he'll give it to me.
Hmm.
He will, if he has the means to stay at home with me, if I'll be at home, we'll do it. Maybe just calling sick from work or something because he knows every
Hmm.
month when it comes, I'm always like that. You
Hmm.
understand? He
Yeah.
knows I'll be vulnerable. So even if we were fighting before, we
Hmm.
will find a
Everything
way.
ends.
Everything, and we cannot pick it up later.
Hmm.
When- Whenever we can pick the fight, the issue, we can pick it up later. But at that moment, you know that, yes, I need
Hmm.
him. And another thing is that there has never been any time when I'm maybe worried, thinking about it, crying or something, and he would be harsh with me or say something like, didn't marry for children. No matter what, he is always very calm to
Hmm.
talk to me, quotes Quranic verses, give me examples of prophets that didn't have children, tell
Hmm.
me if I've ever seen anywhere that Allah
You
said a
know,
woman will not
yeah.
enter Al-Jannah because
Hmm.
she did not give birth or something.
Yeah.
Tell me so many things, then give me reassurance. that you are in this
Oh.
thing together. You are never going to be alone. And it was not just about saying it, honestly
Hmm.
speaking.
He meant it. He
I've
was
never,
always meaning it too.
I've, for the past 12 years, I've
Hmm.
never gone to the hospital alone.
Wow.
Mm-mm. It's not
MashaAllah.
even only hospital. I've
MashaAllah.
never gone
Barakallahu
anywhere,
fiki. Wow.
anywhere concerning TTC alone.
Hmm.
Even if the treatment is meant for me alone, we'll go together. I could
Wow.
remember when we first started, and I was not an ABBA person, you
Hmm.
know. So sometimes when I refuse to drink my herb, Shake, I've bought sweets for you. I've bought sweets for you. I know
Oh.
you like this thing. Oh yeah, drink it. I mean, they just do it like this, and you throw your sweets
Oh.
inside, you know.
That's so
You would,
sweet.
yeah, you would encourage you. You will even be the one to bring it, pour it for me, pet me,
Hmm. You know.
you know. And this is someone that it's not, he knows that he's very complete. You
Hmm.
understand?
Hmm.
So he has always been there. So I think
Alhamdulillah.
men should try as much as possible
Hmm.
to be to be sensitive
Hmm.
around their wives,
Hmm.
to be to know how to talk to them. And even if they are not comfortable with a particular treatment, please don't turn it into a fight.
Hmm.
Like, what's your problem? You're not serious about this thing, blah blah blah. They might have their reasons. Just try to reason with them. If you think it's a must for them to take the treatment, to undergo it, or at least give it a trial,
Hmm.
just the way you asked her out that time that she said
Hmm.
yes, use that skill. She will
Hmm.
calm down, she will come around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you have a misunderstanding, please do not make any reference
Hmm.
to your TTC journey,
Hmm.
to your woman. And
Wow.
women too, even to your husbands.
Hmm.
Please do not make references to it.
Hmm.
Maybe we are fighting now, and I don't have any example I can give because I've never
Hmm.
experienced it.
Hmm.
So I
Wow.
can't give any
Alhamdulillah.
example.
Alhamdulillah.
So do not, because it will break your partner's heart. It
Hmm.
will pierce into the heart.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So,
Definitely.
and I think another thing is that the husband should try as much as possible to protect their wives from the family.
Hmm.
It's very important. I personally do not have any in-law pressure. It's
Alhamdulillah.
not to my face or anything. You
Wow.
understand? I do
Lucky
not
you.
have. Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even if my husband says something might come,
Hmm.
he would have protected me, and that will not even come or happen at all.
Hmm. Alhamdulillah.
To protect, I understand that my own understanding is that even me as a parent, if my son is in this condition, my daughter, I don't know, maybe I'm going to put pressure or not.
Hmm.
We are all human, we are mothers. Sometimes
Yeah.
we believe that what we are doing, we are just trying to be an African mother,
Hmm.
forgetting that we might be hurting another
Person,
marriage.
you know.
Don't let me
Yeah.
even say a daughter now, even your own
Hmm.
son, your daughter, or anything. You
Hmm.
understand? So I try to understand that, and I give whatever anybody is trying to say or whatever pressure, I try to give them that excuse that no,
Hmm.
they are not doing this because they hate me. They are
Hmm.
doing it because they are just being human, just being
Hmm.
African mothers or African father or anything. So I just give that excuse
Hmm.
so I don't
Alhamdulillah.
get hurt. So I think
Alhamdulillah.
those are the major things men can do to provide emotional support to their
Hmm.
wives, and wives too, because sometimes your husband too is down, is thinking
Yeah.
about it, and it's your own responsibility to pick him up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a partnership something. But I understand that women are the ones that are more emotional. You understand?
Yeah.
They are the one that get it. They get the it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's
So
just the way we are wired as women, you know, and
yeah.
then also the pressure from societal expectations. You know, the society wants you to be like this. The society wants you to get married and start reprocreating immediately, you
Immediately.
know, and
So the
oh,
society now, marriage is meaningless and it loses
exactly.
its essentials if
Hmm.
you do not have children.
Children,
But
yes.
that
Yeah.
is not correct. That
Yeah.
is not
And
correct.
funny enough, the irony of life is this. I had, there were some couples I matched recently. No, not recently, actually. I think it's been about 4 years almost. And they
Okay.
started, you know, they were blessed to start having kids immediately. And they were like, oh
Wow.
my goodness, if she had known, she would have, you know, protected herself from, you know, conceiving and enjoyed her marriage, da 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 da. And I was
Yeah.
like, come on. Some people are, you know, looking for this opportunity, and you are here trying to want to reverse the whole thing. You know,
Yeah,
that is the truth, you
yeah,
know.
sometimes life is just like that. I have
Exactly.
friends or family members that will tell me they are pregnant, they don't want it, blah, blah,
Mm.
blah. They are not even ready for it. They will start crying. Some will say they are going for abortion. But me personally,
Wow.
I make people around me, I make them to be very free to
Mm.
express themselves, to express
Yes.
their joy. I'm not the type that a friend will tell me she's pregnant and right there I'll start crying. Though I may be
Mm.
emotional, but I'll try as much as possible to control it
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that people can be free
Yeah. To express their own
to
joy
express
too.
themselves. So I try to celebrate new mommies, pregnant. I
Yeah.
have a lot of people that, in fact, it was as if we were pregnant together from the day one of their pregnancy to when they
I
gave
know.
birth. We were in the same. So I
Yeah.
I make I don't I don't use my condition to
You're
unsettle
not like overly
other people.
sensitive.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no. I want
that's
people
really
to be
good.
free. I don't want
MashaAllah.
them to hide
Yeah.
their own
Hmm.
motherhood, their joy of motherhood, because no, it
Because
doesn't
of
make sense.
you.
Because when I give birth to my own babies, I would do that. I will express my joy.
I
So I don't want
know.
anybody to tell me that it was because of Amina that
Mm,
I didn't
mm,
express my.
mm.
No, I don't want that. So
That's
that me
good.
myself, I'll be so free to
Yeah, I
express my
know.
joy.
I pray Allah
Inshallah,
make it easy and soon.
very soon
Alhamdulillah,
within
you're
a
in
life.
Ontario. It's just I
Yeah.
mean, a drive down or a flight down, you know.
Yeah.
Inshallah, will be
Within a
there.
life, inshallah.
I mean, yeah, I know the next question you already answered it about how husband can manage their own emotions as well. You also,
Um,
yeah, but
I
if you
can
want to,
still
if you don't mind,
provide
exactly,
I can
share.
still provide more information on
Yes.
that. Yeah. To me, I don't believe in. I don't think emotions are gender related. No.
Hmm.
The only thing I can say is that the two of you should not be emotional at the same time.
Hmm.
Yeah, though it will happen, you understand, it will happen, but please try as much as possible to avoid it because you need each other. So for men, uh, I think what I would just say is that if you are emotional, please express it.
Hmm.
Nobody, if, in fact, if anybody wants to talk, let them talk.
Hmm.
Don't bottle it up because the more you bottle it up, the more it will affect you because you have not expressed it, you have not let it go. If
Hmm.
you need to be vulnerable in front of your wife, be vulnerable in front of your wife, but please don't take your emotions outside because when you take it outside, that is when all this negative advice will come.
Hmm.
Imagine you are in the midst of your friends and you are thinking, you are down, you are emotional because your wife has not given birth. Then they will start telling you, oh, Daniel now, kinika.
Hmm.
Why can't
Wow.
you go out and
A
do this
very
and do
hard
that?
advice,
And we are all human beings. When you start hearing all of these things
Hmm.
every day, your own mind too will start, you start normalizing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something you've seen as something you've never thought of before.
Hmm.
Something you were never comfortable with. Now, because you hear it every day, you listen to the talk every day,
Every
then
day.
it's to be normalized. It's
Hmm.
now be a normal thing. You will want to try because it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this journey is for you and your wife.
Hmm. Yes.
You want to be vulnerable, talk to your wife, let her know how you are feeling at that particular time and all. Just be open-minded to your wife.
Hmm.
You have a lot to achieve from
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
honestly speaking.
Hmm.
You get. So don't try to
Don't
think
try to
because
be
you
a
are a man.
man.
Yeah, don't try to be a man.
Yeah.
When you want to be a man, you can be a man outside
Hmm.
concerning this issue. But around your wife, express yourself.
Yeah.
Express yourself. And even if you are the one at fault or your wife is the one, just make sure that you don't point fingers.
Hmm.
Don't put the blame on anyone.
Yeah.
You understand? Just accept it as your faith. You understand? And work hand in hand, work
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Because
Show
you see,
empathy.
yes, what I realize is that anytime I go to the hospital, even if it's for follow-up, it's it's how will I put it? It's strengthening my hope.
Hmm.
It's strengthening my hope. You
Wow.
understand?
Hmm.
It makes my hope to be stronger
Wow.
every time.
Mashallah.
Each time I go
Hmm.
to the hospital, I always feel that way. That
That's good.
that there is the light. We are almost at the end of the tunnel.
Hmm. That's good.
So,
That's
and
good.
this is a mutual feelings. It's a feeling that you two you get when you are going to the hospital with your wife or with your husband. So
Yeah. In fact,
express your emotions, but
hmm,
please let
yeah.
it be within the four walls of your home to
Hmm.
avoid external influences.
Hmm. Wow, that's good. Yeah, so I know you mentioned that your husband always, go to your appointment with you. And like I said at the beginning, in most cases, it's always the responsibilities are always one-sided, especially in our society. But I want you, if you do not mind, I would like you to share more, give more examples on how these shared responsibilities, especially like attending appointments together and also following up and managing treatments, impacts the journey positively. If you do not mind, I'd like you to share more
No, I
examples.
do not mind. Okay.
Yes.
First thing is that when we started the journey, we agreed to see a doctor and
Mm,
we made our research together. We discussed the hospitals and all. Then we both decided which one we wanted to go, and we went because especially the fact that we believe that the two of us as at that time we needed to be checked to know
mm,
what the problem was. So,
mm,
and alhamdulillah, we started together like that. And, it's just now that I just realized that it's a big deal, honestly speaking,
wow.
because it was just like a normal day. And uh, let's say, I don't know how it happens, but I think it starts with nobody is saying you have an appointment. It's always we have an appointment.
Mm,
Then he knows I can be I have this issue. Is it not nonchalant attitude? No, but I can be careless sometimes.
Oh, I
And
see.
this journey, you have to be monitoring your ovulation date. Yeah, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the treatments, it has to be maybe second day of your menstruation, first day, seventh day. This drug, you have to stop it at this date.
Wow.
Start this one at so date. Day kinikon, you have to take this injection. So all of those dates, it's not easy for one person to keep track of it. Then there are
Mm.
some things that they will tell me that I should not do, or
Mm.
he should not do. We need to, I don't know how to put it, but everything was just, though the
It
focus
was
was
a
on both.
lot.
It was a lot, but
Oh
the
my
focus was
God.
on me. He just, I think, he just saw it as our responsibilities. I
Hmm.
could remember there was a day he went to the hospital to take an injection. Okay, he was sick, so we went to the hospital and he was to take an injection. So it was our gynecologist hospital.
Hmm.
It's a family hospital, and thank God that the doctor there, she is a gynecologist, so
Okay.
she's our doctor. So when we got there, he wanted to take injection. Then he told me to help him attend to a message on his phone. One of his customers were, calling, disturbing him. So he just gave me his phone that I should attend to the person while he went in to take the injection. So I was on the phone. When the doctor came out, she was like, Madam, you are pressing your phone. Since I've known you, each time you come here to take an injection, the look and the feelings on your husband, it's always as if he was the one we wanted to give injection. Like every time I
Wow.
went there to take an injection, that the way my husband would be looking at me, the feelings and all, they used to see the pain
Oh.
in his eyes. I mean, I'm not playing. And I said, well, he was the one that asked me to do this, and he needed me to do it. I'm not playing. It's not even my phone. It's his phone. Though
Oh.
it was just a joke that day.
Yeah.
And that was when I think I appreciated him more.
Oh.
But I don't know how to explain this. It's just a natural, it was just more or less like an automatic or natural something. So we go
Hmm.
to all our appointments together, all.
Yeah.
And if I'm
Alhamdulillah.
taking any treatment and I can't do anything, it will be there
Oh,
to do
subhanallah.
everything.
Wow. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alameen.
Sometimes because of if it's something it can control, it can maneuver to stay at home with me,
Hmm.
he will stay at home. If not, he will make sure that he gets someone to stay at home with me.
Hmm.
So that's always been like that, and
Alhamdulillah.
I'm grateful that at least that's one of the reasons I chose him as my partner. One of the reasons I said yes when he
Oh,
approached me. He
Alhamdulillah.
was
Rabbil
so
Alameen.
kind, and
Oh.
alhamdulillah. So
Alhamdulillah. Happy for you, sister.
thank
So
you.
happy. Yeah, so my next question will be, as we all know, in the world, like all over, okay, well, not all over, I would say mostly in Africa or in Nigeria, we know that this TTC journey is just like when there's a single lady who is old enough to be married and is not married. We all know this, topics are very sensitive. But what advice do you have for husbands who may feel unsure about how to approach, sensitive, TTC journey topics with their wives or even with relatives or friends? Like you said, it's not only the women who gets emotional too. The men also do. So in a case where the man is, the one who feels this pain the most, how would you advise him to broach this topic, to approach it with people, maybe families or friends? or even wives, like you said, is always, it took the doctor to joke with you for you to actually realize, and appreciate your husband more. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I understand your question.
Yeah.
First thing is that, okay, let me address the issue of husband to wife first.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that she's your wife.
Mm-hmm.
You are not hiding anything from each other.
Mm-hmm.
You should never have any difficulty in discussing TTC with your wife. As long as your mode of your presentation is not judgmental. It's one thing to say, oyún tó tí níyì. Don't let me speak Yoruba since our audience.
Oh, it's
Like,
okay.
come,
Yeah, okay.
this issue of you not getting pregnant, how do we go about it? That's judgmental. This issue of you not getting pregnant, Oga, how far? Na me dey put pregnancy for. But when you say that, okay, my dear, this our TTC journey, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should start treatment now? Do you think we should see a doctor, or do you think we are not ready yet, or something? They are different. The two, they are different. Do you understand? And don't make it look like you already know she's the problem. You two should get checked first. And even after getting checked and you know that you are okay, because it's the fact that your wife is not pregnant doesn't mean she's medically unfit. It might even be your own punishment. It might even be you that is being punished. Or it might even be your own destiny that is affecting us. It's possible, if God has destined that a man will not have a child, no matter who he marries, they will never get pregnant for her. Is that not correct?
That's very correct.
Yes. So it might even be that it's your own spiritual war that is affecting her. I'm not saying that in a TTC, of course, because of women body complexity.
Anatomy, yeah, okay.
Yes, anatomy and the complexity, the treatment, the everything. Men just have just 1, 2, 3, or 4 tests to do, and very straightforward treatment. For women, oh my God, you have millions, especially when the problem is unidentified.
Wow.
When the actual issue has never been pinpointed, you are in for it. Wow. That's wahala. You understand?
It's mentally draining.
It's mentally, financially, psychologically, emotionally, physically, everything highly draining. Yeah, I can say that again. So don't approach the issue with a judgmental mentality. Don't be judgmental. Approach it with love, with care, with concerns, with partnership spirits. When you do this, your wife can never, she is not possible. She won't, she will even appreciate the fact that you are discussing it with her. So whatever it is, please don't be judgmental. Don't try to approach it because you think you are the only one that need a child. You understand? Or because you already know she's the problem or something. No. And for outsiders, I have a video on my page already concerning that. For outsiders, if they do not start the discussion, please don't start it. That's number one. If you now think
to keep
if you now think if you are confused that would you not look like you don't care if you do not mention it? Do you think you should wait for them to start the conversation? If you are confused, just ask a general question. Aminat, are you okay? Are you fine? What's going on with you? Is there anything you need to discuss with me? Do you want to tell me anything? Okay, just know that if you think there is anything you want to share with me, I'll be here with you. I'm here for you. You can always talk to me. If you need any help, anything, I'm here for you. You can just ring me up, talk to me, and I promise you I will listen to you. That's okay. If they want to share with you, they will tell you. If they do not want to share with you, they will not tell you. And please don't push further. You are not a gynecologist. And even if you are a gynecologist, let them come to you as a patient first before you start giving unsolicited advice. I'm telling you, that's the fact. People, I know that TTC people may need help and they may not know how to ask, but I'm telling you, they are going to lead you on. They will lead you on. Even if they don't know how to approach, they will lead you on. So if they are not leading you on, they are not starting the conversation, please don't start. And if you think it's a must for you to start because you are very close and you do not want them to think you are not bothered because it's not you or something, start on a general note. Don't be too specific when you are just starting the conversation. What is wrong with you guys? What are you waiting for? What's up with TTC? Who told you we are TTC? Yes, who told you we are TTC? What if it is our decision not to have children? Because the risk there is that if they are happy and you mention it, it means you are reminding them of their problem. You are indirectly telling, you are doing it, it's unintentional to spoil their mood. Do you get now? You are doing it genuinely. But when they are happy and you mention it, indirectly, you are telling them they are not supposed to be happy because they have a big deal they need to deal with. That's just it. Indirectly, you are telling them, why are you happy? And if they are sad and you mention it, you have compounded their sadness. So it's very tricky. And that's why I would advise that you wait for them to lead you on. If you cannot hold it, check on them on a generally, holistically. How are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. If they are telling you about the issue they are facing at work, in their business, their in-law, that is okay. That's what they want you to know. Don't push further. So that is my advice.
Thank you
And
so
for
much.
TTC couples too, please try as much as possible to make people to be comfortable around you.
Yeah, I was
When you
just
are
gonna say that
together,
too. Yeah.
when you are together and people are talking about parenthood, I always read the room before I join the conversation. And even if I want to join, sometimes I will start. My opening speech will be, I know I'm not a mother yet, but I know this, I know this, I know this. You are not supposed, I will join the conversation. If I'm not comfortable with the conversation, I will stand up. Oh, ladies, I'm coming. I want to use the bathroom. I'll go and press my phone. If I want to cry, I will cry there, clean my eyes, dry it very red. Come back smiling,
Yeah.
So
Generally it's a very sensitive topic.
Very
It's a
sensitive.
very, and it's a
Very
sensitive
sensitive.
place to be also as an individual. So most times for me, I think what you said earlier is the best. Are you comfortable with me saying this? Because I want to talk about this. But before I go on, because I do have a friend who is also a TTC, sometimes when I post, there's this video that I love so much. I think it's the actress, the Nigerian actress in Nigeria made it. The I don't know, some of them shot that video, so it was about uh motherhood,
Okay.
something that whoever has a child
Okay.
owns
I
the
think I
world,
saw the
something like that.
video. Yeah. I think I saw
I
the
share the
video.
video on my status a lot, but at some point I was like, something without even talking, I've not spoken to the person for a long time, in a very long time. And then I posted it, then something came to my head immediately, like, why should you be sharing this video? You don't even know, you have a friend who is, I felt so uncomfortable. She never complained. She's also, somehow, some way, she reasons like you too. Her life continues as
Yeah.
normal. Of course, I'm sure she'll have an emotional moment, but she
De-
doesn't dwell on it,
Definitely.
right? But then I was like, why are you thinking on her behalf? But then, being human, I felt like I was insensitive to share that. But then I heard a video, I can't remember the sheikh saying, something like, yeah, people's journey, people have their different journeys and
We
it's
have to,
different.
even for
Uh,
the fact that if 10 TTC couple, if you line
mhm,
them up like this, their
mhm.
journeys are different.
Different,
Their
yes,
journeys are
yes.
different.
So I
Yeah.
was like, God, I felt a cringe, kind of like, I shouldn't have been posting this. Maybe this person have been seeing this video. But then I consoled myself, like, I wasn't doing that
Hurt her
to
or
hurt her,
anything.
it was just a way of me appreciating, God's for the and most importantly, I love that song. I love the video. I love everything. Then anytime the last time I shared, because after then I stopped sharing that video, but the last time I shared it, I had to talk myself into, you just love this song. It's okay. You just love the video. Just share it. You're not doing this to hurt anyone. I shared it, but then after that, I was like, if I'm going to be feeling this uncomfortable sharing this, then I'd rather stop because I don't
Okay,
want to
so
appear insensitive
let
to
me,
someone else's,
yes,
ordeal.
let me quickly add something.
Hmm.
Personally, I don't like to be selfish,
Hmm.
and I think it would be selfish of me if because of me people don't share whatever they want to share on their status, maybe their children's picture or anything or random thing about children or parenthood. It would be
Hmm.
selfish of me. Now let me ask you, if your friend got promotion at work, would she not share it on her status solely because somebody is looking for a job in her contact?
Oh, sure, she will. She will share it.
So why can't we, as long as I'm going to share some, okay, I will make a content with my husband or a video, maybe we went out or something,
Hmm.
then I will upload the video. Why was I not thinking about the singles
Yes.
on my contact list? It's true
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I guess I
When
was
I
just
was,
being overly
yes,
too
I will
sensitive
complain
to,
about,
even when she didn't complain to me or
I will
she never,
complain about my job.
mentioned it.
I will complain about my job on the on my status or instant story.
Hmm.
Have I ever thought of my unemployed friends
Friends.
who had
Hmm.
job hunting?
Hmm.
Why didn't I say, oh, don't let me share because of these people?
Hmm.
You understand?
Yes.
Uh, uh, I will go on vacation, I'll share pictures. Why did I share? Why was I not thinking about some of my friends or my contact list that can't afford to
For
go on
to go.
vacation?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm dancing or something. Why am I not thinking of some of my friends that are sick.
Mm.
So why should anybody now think about me
Before
sharing? That's selfishness. That's every, and it should not, because okay, if I'm TTC, and you know that the thing is that you can never, there is never, there will never be an end
Mm.
to all these issues at the same
Yes.
time.
Mm.
If because of her you do not want to share, when she give birth, I'm telling you, you have another TTC person on your contact list.
Mm. Mm.
Yes, you have another you might know, you might not know, but I'm telling you, you have another TTC on your contact list, so you still not share.
Oh my goodness. I
You, all
know.
my friends, I allowed all of you to share your joys and all. When I give birth,
Mm.
hmm,
Mm.
your timeline, I will take
I'm
over
already
your
asking for my
timeline.
invite ahead,
No
please.
problem. I will take over. So,
Oh, yeah, let me make
I,
it easy.
I mean,
I just love your outlook on this journey. I love your spirit, the happiness you share. And for me, I see it as more of being grateful to Allah, because
yes,
you're telling you're showing your Lord that you're grateful for everything. This
everything.
one aspect of my
Everything.
life is not going to turn me into an ungrateful soul. So I will appreciate every other thing you've given me. I do
Everything.
have a good job. I have a good
Alhamdulillah.
husband. I have a
Alhamdulillah.
home. I can eat. I can
Alhamdulillah.
feed myself. I'm not
Alhamdulillah.
borrowing money from people to feed
Alhamdulillah.
myself. I'm grateful. I have my families. I have my friends. I have a husband who does not nag me, who doesn't make him my own problem. I do
Not
have
once.
in-laws who do not attack me because I'm a TTC.
Mm.
I like that spirit, and I'm grateful to Allah on your behalf that He has blessed you with more things to be grateful for.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Oh God, I'm learning. This is why
Yeah.
I love this show. You meet different guests, you hear different
Yes.
experience, you learn new things and different approach to life.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, so which brings me to my next question. This is
Okay.
more about communication and understanding. So
Okay.
what advice, I mean, how important is an open and honest communication between spouses during TTC, and how can couples improve in this area? I know you've said something similar, but I want you to be specific
Specific.
about how they can have an open and honest communication. And I'll go for further, especially when couples are involved. There are you do have a spouse who is supportive, alhamdulillah. But women, people who are listening to us, some of them might not have this support from their spouse, let alone get it from their own, from their families. So how do you think these women or the husband should be vulnerable enough with their spouse to tell them exactly how they feel? Maybe they're tired of taking medications, because sometimes Shaitan tries to play on our minds to want to make us to lose hope in the mercy of Allah, that we still can get this thing that we've been waiting for. But sometimes we are all humans. We are humans. It's just normal to say, you know what, I'm not even going for any appointment today. I'm tired. But rather than trying to dodge or avoid, all this, being vulnerable with your spouse, how important is it to be able to come to him and say, darling, I don't feel like going today. I don't want to go. And he doesn't judge her. Or she doesn't judge him. He just goes, okay, no problem, we'll reschedule. So how important is this, having such communication between couples help them improve in this area?
Okay. So first and foremost, let me say we approach the treatment as if our lives
Hmm.
depend on it. For the treatment. For the Emotions. We treat it as if TTC is not enough to end our lives. TTC is just there. You understand? We have bigger things to focus on. But when it comes to treatment, getting solutions, seeking help, we do it with everything we've got. You understand? So that we don't feel that guilty conscience that, oh, it's maybe because you didn't do this, maybe because you didn't do this. That is why you've not, that's why the problem persists. That's why you've not had a child. You understand? Now, if, I think I mentioned something earlier. If husband and wife, they are uncomfortable to communicate with themselves, you understand, as it should be. I'm telling you, it's not the TTC. They have other issues they need to sort out. TTC, well, maybe because of my own experience, but to me, I've seen a lot of couples that are also TTC. I've seen a lot of couples that have children and they also have problems. The effect that they will divorce or something.
Yes.
You understand? TTC can be a contributing factor, but you cannot say you love each other. You are kind to each other. You are great companions to each other. And just because you are facing the TTC challenge and you'll be apart like this, there will be other strong underlying issues.
Wow.
Yeah, there will be other underlying issues that you need to focus on and not just blame everything on TTC. Because a man that is not kind to you when you are TTC will still not be kind to you even after having children. So I don't want to believe. I'm just I'm in denial. But I don't want to believe that TTC will be the only or the major thing that will
make that happen.
couples. You understand?
Yeah.
There would have been other things that you need to focus on so that the TTC own will not add to it, will not aggravate it. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying TTC cannot cause a problem, but the problem, you understand, would have been there would be contributing factors, not just because of TTC. We can't be lovey-dovey now. Then we realize that we are having issues having children. You understand? Then we drift apart. And immediately after pregnancy comes, we now come back to lovey-dovey. I'm not sure I've seen that before. I'm telling you, I'm not sure I've seen that before. So, but the thing is that majority of men, they will use that TTC as the bigger excuse, whereas it is not. So
it is not.
I would say that love your partners. Love your partner. Establish communication. This is a general something, whether you are TTC or you are not. Love is not enough. You understand? And that is where the issue of companionship, fear of God, kindness, that is where they come in. And of course, children, that is where they come in. Because there are some issues you have with your spouse that if you have children, you understand, because of your children, you will want to calm down. Do you understand? But because there is no children, you might want to escalate it. And that is why I say TTC will never be the main and the
Reason.
only issue.
Hmm.
But it can be a contributing factor. It can aggravate things.
Wow.
Where you are supposed to be patient because you have nothing to lose, you might not want to be patient.
Hmm. Hmm.
So generally, for every marriage, whether with children or without children, love your spouse, love deeply, be kind to each other. Communication is as important as love.
Yeah.
It
Kindness
will
is key.
eradicate assumptions, resentment, and
Hmm.
everything negative
Hmm.
when you are able to communicate openly. Don't hide anything. Though it depends on your spouse, but if you are open to me, why won't I be open to
To
you?
you.
So be open to each other.
Hmm.
If anybody calls me now and tells me that, oh, your husband has a child outside, 100%, I would say it's a lie.
Hmm.
It's not that my
Wow.
husband can, yes, I would say it's a lie. It's not because my husband cannot marry another woman, but he will never do it secretly.
Hmm.
He won't. He
This is
believes that
interesting.
he is man enough and he loves me enough, even though I won't be able, maybe I won't be able to stop him or something. He will still discuss it with me, even before he will start looking for
Another woman.
for the sister.
Hmm.
We would have had
Wow.
the discussion. So whether I agree or I do not agree, I know that, but he would not do it secretly.
That's some level of trust there.
Yes,
That's
he
huge.
wouldn't.
That's huge.
For what purpose? For what reason? Will I
Hmm.
beat him? Will I kill him? The worst, I would say I want to divorce. No, let's be realistic.
Hmm.
So why would it's not even that? So because of that openness,
Yeah.
you understand. You know that I will be vulnerable, cry, but I think all those ones are normal.
Yeah. It's
You
normal.
understand? Whether we
Yeah.
like it or not, we will later accept it. But we
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do it secretly.
Yeah. That's good.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So
Yeah.
open communication is very, very important.
Hmm. Yeah. That's
Be
good.
just be open to yourself. Be open. Always remember why you chose the person in the first place.
Hmm.
So it's not about TTC alone. This is generally
Hmm.
because TTC cannot be the only and the main issue.
It's just a branch.
That is,
A small
yes,
fraction.
it's just a contributing factor. So you should deal with other things.
Oh. Hmm.
You should deal with other things. And as long as you have this spirit of partnership,
Hmm.
you know, husband not going to all all appointments with their wife doesn't mean they don't care or they
Hmm.
don't love their wife or they are not part of the journey. But when you communicate, that is why communication is very important. She would understand. Not that you are sleeping and pressing your phone and I've been telling you for the past 1 hour that we have an appointment and you are telling me, well, I mean, I don't have that time, go. That is bad.
Hmm.
You understand? The fact
Yeah.
that my husband followed me to all our medical appointments doesn't mean if he wanted to cheat, he would not cheat or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But with the way, with what he will communicate with me, you understand, the way he will react, you would have known that it's out of kindness,
Hmm.
love, spirit of partnership.
Hmm.
Do you understand? That
Yes.
he will always go with me.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
You would have known. You
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
understand? A man can be following you around because at that moment he's just free. He needed something to while away his time. He might not be following you because he loves you.
Yeah. It's possible.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's there are some things that they are not enough sign of love. It
Yes.
might just be unconscious way of, just doing things.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
very true.
yeah, that's very
Yes.
true. So if for those of you that you're watching me now, probably your husband has been busy, he has never gone to the appointment with you. You understand? It doesn't mean he did not he doesn't love you or something. Just have communication. He might be busy or something,
Mm.
and try to understand.
Yeah.
So everything is about communication.
Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I hope, seriously hope that my gender will find this beneficial and know that, okay, the fact that Sister Amina's husband goes to the appointment with her all the time and your husband doesn't, does not mean that he doesn't love you. You just have to have that open communication with him,
So
which
that
brings
you
me to the
understand each other, you understand why.
Mhm.
Because at the same time, money needs to be made though.
I know, right? Because it's a
Ah.
lot to go through that journey
It's
financially.
very expensive.
Wow. Oh, God. Well, so which brings me to the next question, which is what advice? I know you've shared that, but for some, they still find it hard to find that support from their spouse. So, what advice would you give to a husband or to husbands who want to be better allies and partners during the TTC journey? And for those who feel connected or frustrated during the journey, what steps can they take to reconnect and support each other better?
I think first thing is that they should not see, they should forget about TTC being their, no, don't let me put it that way. They should just forget about their problems and focus on rekindling their
Mm,
marriage,
mm,
their relationship, their love, the butterflies. They should try to bring it back.
mm,
They should not, that's why I said that you don't focus on your problem and neglecting other uh other exciting things in your life.
mm.
You understand?
Yes.
Just come together as husband and wife. Be happy. Enjoy your company. Enjoy
The
your
moment.
marriage. Surrender to God
Mm,
that He is the custodian of children. I'm not saying you should not cry when you want to cry. You should not, but don't let it affect your relationship with your husband. Even when you want to cry, go and cry on his chest. Abi, go and cry on his chest.
if the husband
If
does
you
not have the broad shoulders, then go by.
cry on his chest, don't put your head on his shoulder. Just put it in the middle
Ah,
like
on
this
the chest and cry.
and cry. Go out
Wow.
together. Do have fun together. You understand?
Mm,
And don't expect overnight changes.
mm,
It's a baby step when you are
mm,
trying to bring some things back or you are trying to encourage some changes.
mm.
It's not an overnight, you won't get an overnight result. Do you understand? So I think basically the most important thing is just that don't focus too much on the problem.
Mm.
Rather, focus on other exciting things in your life.
I'm going to give you a
Gist
clap on that.
together. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to clap for you for that. I really love that. It's really hard to actually keep hope alive when you're faced with challenges.
Yes, it's
But
very
also,
difficult.
yes, but
I
also
I
at
I
this,
I I I feel it every time I'm telling you,
hmm,
but I don't make it all day things.
yeah,
It
yeah,
comes. I would
mm,
cry and cry and cry and cry. I will be sad, be moody, but 2 hours, 3 hours later,
you're fine.
it's fine.
And that's
So
how
when
it's
I want to
supposed
be
to be.
vulnerable, yeah, when I
Hmm,
want to be vulnerable, I will indulge myself. Do I want to cry? Yes. Oh yeah, cry. Yes, I will cry. Do
Oh.
I want to think? Do I want to just be like this? I will indulge myself. I will do it. And when I'm done to my satisfaction, I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, from what I heard from you, you're just simply saying it's okay to cry, it's okay to
It's
be
okay.
moody, it's
It's
okay
okay.
to even feel sad
You
about it,
can't even
but just
escape
know
it.
your limits, know when
Yes.
to stop and move on with your life. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which we're almost rounding up the session, and it's always once we get to the end of the questions like this, it feels gloomy, you just don't want it to end. But then we have to. So my next question is going to be on personal reflections and takeaways. So what is one thing you wish every husband knew about TTC?
I wish they knew that it's not only the women that has
Hmm.
infertility issues. There are some men that also have infertility issue.
Hmm.
So at the beginning of your journey, make sure you also get tested and
Hmm.
you get all necessary treatments,
Hmm.
and you support your wives to also get their own treatment as well, because it's not easy.
Hmm.
In fact, no matter how strong you are, there are some medications that will turn you to who you are not.
Wow.
Yeah, I could remember when I was taking some drugs, I was always moody. I always forced myself not to be, but I couldn't fight it. You know, all
Hmm.
these hormonal changes and all.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
couldn't fight it. Sometimes I would feel like I should go out and scream.
Wow. Hmm.
So I always try to suppress it. It wasn't easy
Hmm.
for me to be trying to suppress it. You understand? So
Hmm.
in that situation now, I had to communicate with my husband that, see, if you ask me a question and I just shout at you, please, it's not me.
Hmm.
It's not me.
Hmm.
My hormones are also fighting with me.
Yeah.
If you see me
It's a lot.
being
Hmm.
moody, not all of a sudden my mood just change, honestly, that is not me.
Hmm.
Just try to indulge me. Try to understand,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I was fighting it.
Hmm.
I was struggling with it. You
Wow.
understand? So it's and it's even you will still take the medication the following day.
Oh, wow.
You are trying to battle with today's effects.
And
You
you're
are still
adding
on it.
another one.
Yeah, and you must take it.
Oh my God. It's a
You
lot. It's a
understand?
lot.
It's a lot. It's a
Hmm.
lot. It's a
Hmm.
lot. It will mess up everything.
Hmm. May Allah
You know.
continue to make it easy.
I mean, so
Mhm.
that understanding must be there,
Hmm.
and those are the little supports that are needed. You
Hmm.
understand? Just trying to understand that, okay, she is not mad at me. She's just going through a phase because of
Hmm.
her medication or something. And you try to understand. And
Yeah.
if she tells you she needs a space, just give her the space. If
Hmm.
she's being cranky or something, or being gum body, just indulge her.
Wow.
So
Yeah, that's good. That's a
that's
good
the
one. Alhamdulillah.
I think that's the most important thing that they need to know.
Hmm.
And infertility is not because a woman has had an abortion,
Hmm.
uh, she's incomplete, this or that. Honestly, they are unexplained. What did I think, is it unexplained? Yes, I think yes, unexplained infertility. Even
Hmm.
the doctors or anything, they don't know the problem. It's only Allah
That
that
knows.
knows.
Hmm.
So,
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah that we are Muslims. Ah,
alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, so my next question will be, how can couples maintain hope and positivity even when faced with setbacks or delays?
just know that you getting married to each other, it's Allah's plan, and it's you obeying Allah's commandments. And of course, it's about you fulfilling 50% or half of your deen, and focus on that. To be honest, focus on those 3 points. Allah planned that the two of you will end up together. It's Allah's plan. Number 2, it's you obeying God's commandments, because marriage is important in both religion. You understand? And number 3, it's about you fulfilling half of your deen.
Yeah.
Why Allah created marriage was not only because of procreation, but because of companionship. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy each other's company to the fullest.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That was good. So, what would be your most important takeaway that you want our audience to remember about the husband's role in the TTC journey?
Okay. I want you to remember that two eggs are better than one. And Yoruba people will say, Agbajowo.
Laughing soya.
Laughing soya. And whatever happens to one, happens to all. Partnership. That one word, partnership. In everything, partnership. Partnership. Let me quickly say this. When I was receiving bashes, unsolicited advice, pressure, and all from outsiders, that was around 2017. That's 2017. We were 4 years married.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 years married. So I was receiving different negative compliments. Oh, she's a career woman. She's not focused, blah, blah, blah. People didn't know what we have been through. You understand? They didn't know. They are unaware. And they didn't care how their comments would affect me and my husband. Wow. So I was supposed to start my PhD. That's 2017. But I couldn't start. I had to just put the PhD aside and focus on TTC. And 5 years after, nothing happened. Wow. And I was just like, well, I've given 5 years of my life focusing on this thing alone, not stressing myself, just focusing on meeting with my husband and expecting pregnancy, expecting that to strike at the end of the month. You understand? That's a positive pregnancy test. You understand? So I wasn't doing much personally for myself, no personal development. Going to the hospital, taking my drugs, doing this, taking my agbo, rukia, tajud, Quran, fasting, just to have children. And when I did that for 5 years, I was like, yes, that's enough. I'm not saying I'm not
You're not
getting
giving up
treatment or anything again, but I'm not posting my life again. I have to just do whatever I wish to do. Everything I want to do, I'll do it. So, and while I'm doing it, the only restriction I have is when my doctor tells me, don't do this, I won't do it. Don't eat this, I won't eat it. You understand? You can't do this at so time, I won't do it. You must do this at so time, I'll do it. But at the same time, I was moving on with my life.
That's some courage right there. Wow. That's some courage. We need more of you out here. And I admire you for what you're doing. It's big. It's very rare to see. I know a lot of people put their vulnerability out there today, and this is not me saying that it's less important, but situations like this, journeys like this, going through such, especially from the kind of society we're from, it's some courage, and I want to say thank you for being that support for other women out there.
Thank
And
you.
may
You're
Allah
welcome.
continue to be that, be your strength and
Amen.
that courage for you. It's actually not easy. It's
It's not.
not. It's
It's
not
not, but
easy.
let me tell you something. It's not easy. No, it's like a giveaway, takeaway
Hmm,
to the audience, especially those that are TTC.
hmm,
Allah said in the Holy Quran
hmm,
that it is okay if he wishes,
hmm,
he will give some couple only female.
hmm,
Out of his mercy,
hmm.
he will give some only male.
Male.
Out of his blessings and mighty, he will give some both. And out of his majesty, he
Hmm.
will not give some
You will not.
any.
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
if I'm among those that he will not give? What if?
Wow. Just like our mother, Aisha radiallahu anha.
I already have a content on that I'll be
MashaAllah.
posting on my YouTube,
MashaAllah.
inshallah. What
MashaAllah.
if? So that
Hmm.
means for the past 12 years that I've been married, I would not be living because I've been fighting, I've been
Hmm.
struggling to have children.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
Allah is just looking at me that they play.
Oh my
So
goodness, like that.
why can't I just enjoy the ones? Let me enjoy life.
Hmm.
Let me control what I can control and
Yeah.
just
Leave the
surrender
rest.
to God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But please don't say because you want to be strong, you want to live life. What if you are not going to have children and you will
Hmm.
not do anything?
Hmm.
Do everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
Hmm.
That's one thing that will also give you happiness. When you know that you have played your part
Hmm.
completely,
Hmm.
you will have the
Alhamdulillah.
confidence to
Yeah.
enjoy, to live life.
Alhamdulillah. You know what I mean?
That
Alhamdulillah. Now, my question would be if you could share one piece of advice for couples beginning their journey, the TTC journey, what would it be?
live.
Hmm.
Marriage is beyond having children.
Hmm.
Do everything you need to do. Everything you need to do. Go to the hospital, fast, pray tajud, do rukia,
Hmm.
take Islamic medicine, all the agbos that your parents will bring. Drink them.
Hmm.
Whatever powder they brought to you, use them. As
Hmm.
long as you do not do shriek.
Hmm.
Aside that, don't do shake. Don't go to babalawo abi take rituals somewhere or anything.
Hmm.
But you see, that herbs, that agumu powder
Hmm.
that they ask you to, blend something, 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 mix it with your pap or something. Take it
Hmm.
with faith, with hope,
Hmm.
everything.
Wow.
Watch what you eat. In fact, watch your, well, don't let me say that because if it is necessary, they will tell you in the hospital. You understand?
Okay.
So
Okay.
just do everything. And when you have done all that,
Hmm.
leave,
Hmm.
leave. and live.
Hmm.
That's it.
Wow, that's good. So my last question, what message of encouragement would you like to leave with our listeners, especially those currently navigating TTC?
I will say that, that even after you have your children, you might still not be able to navigate life again, because motherhood and fatherhood
Hmm.
is a lot of responsibilities. So whatever you can achieve for yourself now, achieve it. Is it that course you wish to take? Take it. Is it that business you want to start? Start it.
Hmm.
Do not be miserable because of what you lack, what you think you lack.
Hmm.
You understand? Don't be miserable because you do not have children. Because when those children when those children come, you might want to take the aggression out of them.
Hmm. Wow.
Yes. So whatever you can't achieve when you are TTC, don't think you are going to achieve it when you have children.
Hmm.
You won't,
Hmm.
because your responsibility would have multiplied.
I know.
No, that's just the reality.
More responsibilities.
More responsibilities, and you
Hmm.
might be taking out the frustration on your
Hmm.
children.
On the
You
innocent
on the
kids.
kids, you might be taking out the frustration on them.
Hmm.
So
That's true.
nobody is holding you down to be whatever you want to be now.
Hmm.
You are the one holding, not even your condition. You are the one.
Hmm. Wow, that's
So
deep.
do whatever you need to do. Just
Yeah.
live life again. I think that's my mantra.
Hmm.
Live
Just
life.
live your life,
Live your life.
and leave the
Do
rest
your
to
part.
Allah. Do your
Yes,
best
do
and leave
your
the
part
rest.
and leave the rest. And
Yeah.
control what you can control. Everything you cannot control, leave it
Hmm.
to the Almighty Controller.
Benny, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us today and
Welcome.
sharing your invaluable insights, your wisdom and compassion. I've truly illuminated an aspect of the TTC journey that is not discussed enough. And I know our listeners will definitely walk away with, feeling encouraged, feeling informed, and more connected to their partners. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the Guided Serenity Podcast.
Yeah.
And to our amazing listeners, thank you for tuning in to another heartfelt and empowering episode. We hope today's conversation inspires you to approach life's challenges, with love, empathy, and a stronger partnership. And like I always say, remember, no matter where you are on your journey, you are not alone, and there's always strength in unity, and if this episode resonated with you, please like, share, and leave us a comment or review. It helps us reach more people who need these conversations. Don't forget to follow the Guided Serenity Podcast for more inspiring stories and practical advice. Until next time, take care, stay hopeful, and keep building the life you deserve. See you in the next episode as always, and stay serene. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.